Hi everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today we are going to be making a birthday card using a couple birthday sets. We will be using Big on Birthdays, which I love. This is a photopolymer set, and these sentiments are much larger than you expect, which I absolutely love. I love how they stand out. I love the different fonts. We are going to be using this beautiful image here. And then we're going to be using actually two flowers out of the Happy Birthday Gorgeous as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I am using a piece of Smoky Slate. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of Rose Red, a beautiful color. If you've not used this color, this is definitely a color you should have in your stash. This is cut 4 by 5 1/4. We are going to emboss this with the Petal Burst embossing folder. So let's go ahead and do that. Grab our Big Shot. I have just the regular Big Shot platform, an acrylic plate. I'm going to put my sandwich in there as well as my other acrylic plate, and we will run this through. Okay, you get this beautiful embossed look. You could use either side of this. We are going to use the raised side. I have two more pieces of cardstock here. I'm using a piece of basic gray, and this piece is cut 4.5 by 3, and then this would be 4 1/4 by 2 3/4, a piece of Whisper White, and we're going to use that for our front sentiment. So let's go ahead and stamp that. I'm going to use my Rose Red ink color. Now I do have my stamp all set up. I'm going to ink this in the Rose Red, but I am going to remove the ink from the floral part of our image. So I have a baby wipe here, and I am just going to take the ink off of this floral part. We are going to stamp that, but I want to get my Happy Birthday stamped first. And it is a deep color, so I'm just going to go over it a couple times because you might have a tendency to leave a little bit of a U on the Whisper White when you stamp it. I'll close up my Rose Red for a moment. I do have my Emerald Envy Stampin' Right marker, and now we are just going to ink this over that floral image. And I'm not too concerned about the flowers. We are going to cover these with our other flower. Alright, and I'm just going to bring back in that baby wipe and just run that over this Happy Birthday again. And then we are going to stamp this down. So I'm really just lining up the Happy Birthday, and then I know that my floral image will be placed properly. Go ahead and adhere this to our basic gray. Looks good. We can also now, I'm going to use my fast fuse here because this is embossed. I want to be sure that it stays down. Okay, I'm going to bring back my Smoky Slate. We're going to line this up just like that. Okay, and then I have a scrap piece of paper, Whisper White here, and this is for the flower from the Happy Birthday Gorgeous set. So I'm going to ink this up in the Rose Red. I'm going to ink up the outline of the flower. Give that a press. Okay, and then we are going to stamp the actual shadow or fill we're going to stamp off. So I'm going to ink that up in the rose red. I'm going to stamp off, and I'm just going to line this up. Okay, stamp off and line up. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and fussy cut these flowers out. Now we can go ahead and adhere our large sentiment. We're going to use the fast fuse here again. Found a little pearl. Keep getting pearls all over my workspace. Okay, so now we're going to kind of put this on an angle, offset it a bit. And I'm going to take my flowers, I'm going to put a dimensional on one of them, and then I'm going to lay the other one flat. So I'm going to add a touch of fast fuse, and I'm going to lay that flower there. I'm going to peel my dimensional, and now we're going to cover that flower. And then we can go ahead now and bring in our pearl embellishments. I'm going to use the large one here. Whoops. We're going to add that. You can add a little bit of fine tip glue if you're concerned about your pearl coming off below it. That would work just fine. And that completes our very simple birthday card. This is a wonderful set. And as you guys know, you can order any of today's products in my online store. You just visit theirishscrapper.com and click on the shop button. I do thank you guys so much for watching. There will be a full supply list in the description of this video, and I look forward to being back with you guys real soon. Thanks again. Bye-bye.